for other issues. So Donald Trump, as Tam's been telling you all morning here, it wasn't close last night in New Hampshire. Donald Trump wins a second straight primary state, something that's very difficult to do. Like Barack Obama couldn't do this. Hillary Clinton couldn't do this. It is very tough to run the table on Iowa and New Hampshire when you're in the presidential primary season down in the states. Trump won over 54% of the vote. Nikki Haley, the only other candidate left standing, says she's staying in the race and she's still in it. I got news for Nikki Haley. She isn't. That was the results last night. The next big Republican contest, Nevada have both a caucus and a primary. It's one of the most confusing things I've ever seen. That happens in early February. And then they go to Haley's home state of South Carolina, February 24th. This thing's going to be completely wrapped up by then. I don't know how the donors stick around and support former Governor Haley at that point. We also heard from Justin Trudeau, and Tam's been running the clip all morning at the Liberal retreat in Montreal yesterday, talking about how they're already preparing for Canada's relationship with the U.S. should Trump get this done again or lose the election and say he won again. Either way, this is going to be a thing. Big picture, I just want to go quickly around the horn here. Trump's not going anywhere. He may win. How does this affect us in this country, Devo? How do we process this? Because we've seen the show before.
That is a big question. It's almost like to me, the primaries, I don't know, I feel like it's a waste of time and some of their money and the donors and things like that, because if you win these first two, the rest of the country doesn't really have a chance to bring in, because everyone's dropped out by then. Because like you said, they don't have the money to do that.
It's tough sledding now for Nikki Haley.
Right?
No
That's what it
about
is. So, because for us here, it's very different to get the political leader of that party put into place, right? It's different. This is to more have the
Thank
public.
Goodness.
Right.
Right?
Because I was reading up on it again.
Our democratic process than theirs.
Yeah, because I'm like, help me understand what the primary or what the caucus and all this stuff means, right? So I was kind of going through all of that. But it was just it's unnecessary right now with Trump, because that lead is so much. I feel like there might be people coming in to try and derail that with some of these votes, whether they like former Governor Haley or not. It's more, I don't want Trump in there for some of those votes, as they might not be for, I want her there. That makes sense.
Yeah, anyone but Trump kind of situation, right?
Yeah.
I just think that Nikki Haley may be sticking around because we don't know what happens if Trump becomes the nominee and then faces a criminal conviction.
Correct.
It's possible.
That is viewed as a massive traitor.
Yeah,
Yes.
that
Yes.
is possible. I think for us here in Canada, kind of like what Trudeau said, we have dealt with him before. But the thing is, Trump is very unpredictable. We have dealt with Trump as he was then. Trump now may be a totally different president, not in a good way. It could be something that would impact Canada so much so that, there's the U.S. protectionism. They want to be able to control and make, instead of trade, everything within the U.S. And we're the largest trading partner. What are we going to do about that? Our economies are intertwined so much.
100%.
Yeah, we have huge natural resources. You
Yeah.
know, there's a lot of discussions with that, and I think what I really noticed, last night was it not necessarily that he won, but how he won and how he decided to take that sort of speech. I mean, the vitriol, because it was such a significant win, and he had the other one, but instead he came back even worse, even more vicious, and I think that is the person that our prime minister is going to have to be reckoning with, and those are going to be some tough conversations.
I mean, Joe Biden, he's pretty protectionist too in his policies. Like, it's not like Canada has had it easy with Joe Biden. Just because they have different styles doesn't mean they're not equally pro-American. But like when Trump was first the president, he ripped up the North American Free Trade Agreement. This is not the economic environment where our country can kind of stand that for a prolonged period of time. Like, things have changed here, not just politically, but all over the place. And for our biggest trading partner to all of a sudden have that level of volatility, I mean, the Prime Minister Trudeau yesterday said we're going to have 2 cabinet ministers deal with it. Really? So Trump's just going to change who the diplomat is, and then you're back to square one for us. Like, it's going to happen that quickly. No one has any idea how this is going to go. And if Justin Trudeau is going to try and paint a picture that we got it covered, we're going to talk to people, give me a break. They can barely handle their own business, let alone deal with what a Trump Part 2 would look like. I don't know where this is going to go, but just because what happened previously happened doesn't mean you have any clue how this is going to play out because of his vengeance tour that's going to happen. And don't think we're not on it. And the economic environment of our lives right now, it's a completely different playing field. No one knows how this is going to go, but we'll see.